Tantra. According to the Tantra, the ultimate reality is Chit, or consciousness, which is identical with Sat, or being, and with Ananda, or bliss. This ultimate reality, Satchidananda, existence, knowledge, bliss, absolute, is identical with the reality preached in the Vedas. And man is identical with this reality. But under the influence of Maya, or illusion, he has forgotten his true nature. He takes to be real a merely apparent world of subject and object. And this error is the cause of his bondage and suffering. The goal of spiritual discipline is the rediscovery of his true identity with the divine reality. For the achievement of this goal, the Vedanta prescribes an austere negative method of discrimination and renunciation, which can be followed by only a few individuals endowed with sharp intelligence and unshakable will power. But Tantra takes into consideration the natural weakness of human beings, their lower appetites, and their love for the concrete. It combines philosophy with rituals, meditation with ceremonies, renunciation with enjoyment. The underlying purpose is gradually to train the aspirant to meditate on his identity with the ultimate. The average man wishes to enjoy the material objects of the world. Tantra bids him enjoy these, but at the same time, discover in them the presence of God. Mystical rites are prescribed by which, slowly, the sense objects become spiritualized and sense attraction is transformed into a love of God. So the very bonds of man are turned into releasers. The very poison that kills is transmuted into the elixir of life. Outward renunciation is not necessary. Thus, the aim of Tantra is to sublimate bhoga, or enjoyment, into yoga, or union with consciousness. For, according to this philosophy, the world with all its manifestations is nothing but the sport of Shiva and Sakti, the Absolute and its inscrutable power. The disciplines of Tantra are graded to suit aspirants of all degrees. Exercises are prescribed for people with animal, heroic, and divine outlooks. Certain of the rites require the presence of members of the opposite sex. Here the aspirant learns to look on woman as the embodiment of the goddess Kali, the mother of the universe. The very basis of Tantra is the motherhood of God and the glorification of woman. Every part of a woman's body is to be regarded as incarnate divinity. But the rites are extremely dangerous. The help of a qualified guru is absolutely necessary. An unwary devotee may lose his foothold and fall into a pit of depravity. According to the Tantra, Sakti is the active creative force in the universe. Shiva, the Absolute, is a more or less passive principle. Further, Sakti is as inseparable from Shiva as fire's power to burn is from fire itself. Sakti, the creative power, contains in its womb the universe, and therefore is the Divine Mother. All women are her symbols. Kali is one of her several forms. The meditation on Kali, the creative power, is the central discipline of the Tantra. While meditating, the aspirant at first regards himself as one with the Absolute and then thinks that out of that impersonal consciousness emerge two entities, namely, his own self and the living form of the goddess. He then projects the goddess into the tangible image before him and worships it as the Divine Mother. Sri Ramakrishna set himself to the task of practicing the disciplines of Tantra. And at the bidding of the Divine Mother herself he accepted the Brahmani as his guru. He performed profound and delicate ceremonies in the Panchavati and under the beltree at the northern extremity of the temple compound. He practiced all the disciplines of the 64 principal Tantra books. And it took him never more than 3 days to achieve the result promised in any one of them. After the observance of a few preliminary rites, he would be overwhelmed with a strange divine fervor and would go into samadhi, where his mind would dwell in exaltation. Evil ceased to exist for him. The word carnal lost its meaning. The whole world and everything in it appeared as the lila, the sport, of Shiva and Sakti. He beheld everywhere manifest the power and beauty of the Mother. The whole world, animate and inanimate, appeared to him as pervaded with Chit, consciousness, and with Ananda, bliss. He saw in a vision the ultimate cause of the universe as a huge luminous triangle giving birth every moment to an infinite number of worlds. He heard the Anahata Sabda, the great sound,